Okay, but my presentation will run in English, and it will be about philosophy and how to take it easy. How many of you have come here today in a car? Let me see your hands. How many drivers do we have? But you know what the car is. I have a friend who is passionate about extreme driving. The guy drives definitely too fast. He drives between the trees and animals in the forest. He drives like an animal himself. And after the weekend of doing that, he's exhausted. He's clear-headed, and his eyes are shining like an animal's. But after driving in Poznan, you and me, we are frustrated. We are stuck in bad traffic. And we are scared of other frustrated drivers, probably. Do you remember your first time in the driver's seat? Shifting gears? Was like black magic in the beginning. I remember how nervous I was during my driving exam. My left leg was shaking like this. My hands were sweaty. And even my examinator's hands were shaking. I have no idea how I passed that exam. No idea. But don't you think that it can be a beautiful metaphor of education? Because very often we are sitting in a car stuck in educational traffic. Driving the car we don't like, seeing no directions, using some bad and cheap fuel. Take learning English, for example. We get tens and thousands of vocabulary lists. Learning them made me only sleepy. Using them made no sense. So forgetting them was all I could do. Remember doing the pages and pages of grammar exercises. But who cares about a third exception to the third conditional? When we learn like this, we are afraid, we are stuck. Like Nicholas, one of us, one of my students, only 11 years old, with a shy smile. The first time he came to me, he was so afraid that he was shaking, like me during the driving exam. And that was just the sound of the textbook being opened. Come on. So I told him, just forget it. Forget about English. What do you enjoy doing? Want to play drums? He got excited. Yeah, I want to play drums. I want to play drums. And in a few seconds, his face changed completely. He started playing drums I have in my apartment. And 20 minutes later, in front of you, was not the same person. The shy smile turned into a happy one. The nightmarish lesson turned into a happy experience. He wanted to learn. So finally, I could teach him some English. So I started shooting some random words and sentences at him while he was playing. Like, I love playing drums, I love playing drums. He drummed on, repeating everything and speaking in English. 1 week later, he came back with a big smile. And you know what he said? I can't wait to show you my homework. What a change. But I said, wait, fun first, learning later. what happened at Nicholas' school was they wanted him to drive a big family car, while the guy his age needs a small, fun, and easy-to-drive car, like smart. I admit, not everything can be a session with drums. There are some lessons we should take seriously, but not all of them. I think we are obsessed with this need to be serious. Your motivation needs to be serious. The form of it doesn't have to be. So instead of this all vocabulary and no fun, I would rather have you, all of you, driving fast on the educational highway. You're going to receive 3 tools from me. I use them whenever I coach my clients. They are very simple and very effective ways of clarifying motivation. The first tool, coaching questions. I call this tool the Whatwhy. So first of all, we define the what. Because most people have this general idea of what they want to learn. Like, I would like to speak English. Okay, what kind of English? Business or slang? To what extent? Want to be communicative or advanced? Where will you use it? On holiday or at a conference? Because there is no point in learning something you will never use. Second of all, we define the why. Why are you learning? To get a promotion? To talk to your grandchild? Why is learning important to you? To communicate freely at last? Where will it take you? Maybe talking to a new client you haven't contacted before. So that one day you're sitting at a Cuban restaurant, smoking cigars, and cracking jokes in Spanish with the crazy people you met just minutes before. Because in the beginning, this is a very dark vision. You look through the windshield with the bird poo all over. And the Whatwhy is like stopping at the right gas station. You clear it away and you start seeing clearly. And you fill your tank with fuel that lasts longer and gives your car more power. The Whatwhy. Second tool is about the things that hold you back. You hold a lot of fears and beliefs that come from your past experience. Many of my students are afraid to speak because they think, I'm going to make a mistake. So first of all, we work on changing focus from these fears and expectations into curiosity. I give them exciting challenges, going to language exchange meetings. The foreigners there don't care about your mistakes. They're happy to talk to you. So you need to talk back, you get an exciting answer, and you want to talk even more. Another thing many students believe is, I'm not good with languages. I'll prove them wrong. Actually, I have to tell you something. I don't believe people. I believe in people. I believe in my students, but I don't believe them when they say, I'm not good with languages. I just prove them wrong. By giving very specific material evidence, I record them. And if they hear the recording, they can actually hear, very often for the first time, how well they are doing. And if I play the recording on a regular basis, they can see they're making progress. And this is very rewarding. If this was done for your kids at school, if they were being judged only on the progress they make, not on results, they would feel very rewarded for the long hours they put in. They would want to learn even more. Remember the bird poo on the windshield? It's also in the rear view mirror. If it's not clear, you cannot see anything. And you're constantly trying to check, what's in there, what's in there? You need to learn how to let it go. The third tool is about the quality of your journey. Because you might know what you're learning. You might not be afraid to do it. And still, when you have your textbooks, they are covered with dust, like inches thick. Like you're doing it wrong. Because you are missing a platform. Something that you will be learning without feeling that you are learning. Remember the first presentation of today? And making kids who want to improve their health play, and as the side effect, they improve, they have results. We can do the same with education. It's like playing games where learning is just the side effect. Like I was playing in German theater. And in the beginning, with the level of German close to little kid, like 3-year-old, one that can't even say, excuse me, properly. Because if you know, it's a long and hard to pronounce word in German. You know it? Entschuldigung. So, during the day, I embodied the character from that theater show, and I had to match him because he spoke fluent German, I didn't. I had to match him, like word for word, line for line, episode for episode. I was just practicing theater. I didn't feel like I was learning German, but I learned anyway. And at night, while enjoying some cold Rauchbier from the local distillery, I somehow consumed the language with it. And if you were sitting there with me, we would both feel rewarded on our journey to learn German. You wouldn't be counting the days and months. And don't wait for the reward for ages. If you want to learn Spanish, to talk to Spanish people in Tapas Bar in Granada, go to Tapas Bar in Poznan and speak Spanish there with the waiters. They will be happy to talk to you. Habla con los camareros. Have the taste of it, how it feels. Because the long journey feels best with the right people. Like the crazy and very often smelly hitchhiker you take to your car. Who will like your poor jokes with bad grammar. The right surroundings you go through. So you can come up with even more poor jokes. The right car, so you can take every learning curve in a leap. My other friend, Emilio, from the south of Spain, he's been studying here for 1 year, spending most of his time with international students. When he decided to stay here for the summer, all the students flew home, all the money was gone. All that he was left with was to get a money-making idea, to get it done, to get on his feet as fast as possible. You know what he did? He started making these huge soap bubbles, entertaining people in the street. Emilio, the bubble blower, was suddenly surrounded only by Polish people. Using Polish was a must. It was the way to work, it was the way to survive, it was the way to ask for bigger tips. In 2 weeks, the change was just incredible. He caught up with his grammar. He picked up so many useful expressions from people in the street. He picked up a long-legged blonde. He spoke Polish all the time. And in 2 weeks, he's accomplished much more than during the whole previous year. Now, this is a perfect example of the highway, where playing rather than learning brings results. You don't feel it. You are in the zone. You enjoy this ride, reaping results. This is done using the 3 tools. The Whatwhy, so that you know what you're learning and why you're learning it. So you have your windshield clear and you see your destination clearly. The ability to let go of your fears and limiting beliefs. So instead of checking the dirty rear-view mirror, you can focus on the exciting challenges in front of you. The journey quality. So you can reap results with a smile and never even notice the grammar. I know that most of you may be stuck, maybe pushing your car somewhere in the back road. We can change that. Choose educational highway. And in some time, you will not believe how much you can accomplish there and how much your eyes will shine like an animal's.